Hey everybody, Dave Bartosiak here with your chart of the day. I'm looking at a really good friend of ours. You all know and love him. That's right, I'm talking about NVIDIA, ticker NVDA. Let's take a look at our partner trading view from Zacks.com to see what we want to point out on this glorious NVIDIA chart. So, we've seen some pretty big moves out of NVIDIA. Namely, this gap on the previous earnings report is really what thrust these guys into everybody's spotlight more so than even before. So heading into that report on Wednesday, May 24th, the stock closed at 305. Earnings came through pretty big, had that huge jump in EPS, 18% better than expectations. Revenues were really the story, though, at 7.19 billion, up 10%, and then they did the huge guide higher, and that's what caused this giant, dramatic spike up for the stock, where it opened the next day up at 385, ended up closing at 379.80, up $74 on the day, good for 25%. Since then, it's been one heck of a rally, a pretty sustained rally, save for a little bit of a pullback ahead of this report. So the stock peaked right around this 480 mark, started to trickle back down. And what you're going to see in a lot of these charts, whether you're looking at an individual stock or you're looking at, the broad major market averages, these pullbacks are testing the 50-day moving average, sometimes failing, sometimes getting a little bit of a bid. For NVIDIA, actually failed at that 50-day. So you had the first close below it. Then it looked like it wanted to cheat back above there. Ran out of gas and closed that day below it. Next day, you have confirmation with a rejection and the stock going even lower. Well, it turns out that was a stop grabber, tricking everybody to go short, and then they just ran it up higher. On August 14th, you have another huge day, 7% day, almost $29, pushing the stock up over that 50-day moving average, closing at 437.53. Since then, sort of flirting with that level. We had another good earnings report, but if you notice, we're having these what I like to call one-way Charlie days. You can tell that by looking on these charts when each of these candlesticks just looks like a block. There's barely any wicks to them, just a block. So that tells you we're opening higher, closing much lower. Opening, and then closing much higher. Opening higher, closing much lower. So that type of stuff was happening nearly every day. And if you look back, you see a lot of those days, right? Not a lot of wiggling around. There was some. We've had a few, right? A few days where there's actually some trading back and forth, sort of near this near-term top. Even sort of dipping down, threatening another break below that 50-day before the big move heading into earnings. And now the stock is sort of lingering right near all-time highs. But after that earnings report, getting up to 500 and being rejected with force. 2 days in a row of some selling. Now it looks like there's an early bid here in NVIDIA, but still lots to come. So what's the important thing to note here? A, we are very close to all-time highs on NVIDIA. B, the RSI is basically neutral, just above 50, a little bit of a positive lean. The 50-day is coming into play. I expect that is going to attract price action over the course of the next few weeks, and we will see if this floor down here around 400 is going to hold, or if there's going to be more volatility in the intermediate term. All right, folks, so that's all I have for you on my chart of the day. It is NVIDIA, ticker NVDA. Be sure to come back and check us out next week for my chart of the day. Maybe I should call it the chart of the week, or maybe I should just do more charts of the day, more videos so you guys can see. Be sure to check out Zacks.com/promo for this week's deals. Rounding up right now, the stock's under 10 promotion. Come check us out and get yourself a good deal. For everybody here at Zacks.com, I'm Dave Bartosiak, and I'll see you later.